All right, Saturday, and I'm at the shop, and I'm here. A friend of mine gave me this. I'm going to screw this in here someplace. So I have a little mirror, a little vanity mirror. It's a side view mirror from an old vehicle. Vroom, vroom. I gotta build this too. But I'm here because I wanted to do a quick practical experiment with the Bodega solar panel and my ICECO power station. And let's just turn this on. We're at 72% on that power station. It's just been sitting in here for months, unused. So what I want to do here is open this thing up, throw it up on the roof, and then plug it in and see what we end up getting. You guys can see the process here. The sun is basically directly overhead. Okay, it's working. It's working. I want to do all this in real time for you. So it's a 200 watt solar panel, and you can see it's only taking in about 140 watts, 143. It's going to be fluctuating, and panel, as I said, it's just flat up here, and the sun is right there. And I could angle this slightly, but I don't think I need to. The sun is going to move this way throughout the day, and we'll just see what happens. I've got my little Blue Eddy over there as well, and I'll probably plug that in. And then I want to try another experiment, which I might try right quick. I have a like a little battery power pack. It's called a Wagon. It's a jump starter. I jump started my friend Kurgi's truck a couple times a couple weeks ago, and I've used it like 4 times. I never had needed it myself. The Astro van, she's perfect. So, but I have helped about 4 other people with jump starting their vehicles, and I have charged it before just with the AC plug. I want to see if it's possible to plug this into that and see if that'll charge it, and maybe I'll do that real quick. All right, I don't know if you can do this. I'm not reading the instructions. I don't even know if the connectors work. I'm just kind of curious. I don't think you can, but it's worth a look-see, right? So I don't think so. I don't think this has what I need. No, it has to be a USB. What is this? This is a 12 volt weird input that I don't even see an input for on this unit. Aha! Wait a second. Yeah, 12 volt output only. There's an input here for USB-C. I would need a connector that would go from a USB to the Anderson or connector on here is what I would need. Let me see what I got for connectors. I'm farting around because I'm gonna take the other solar panel out and see if I can daisy chain them too and see if we get more power. So for those of you that might remember, I pulled these out a while ago when I was doing the review on the panel, the Bodega solar panel. And this solar panel hookup wire is proprietary to just the Blue Eddy. However, I just found this. Now, this is a pigtail that came with that solar panel. This will plug into here, which is kind of neat, the ICECO. But I just found this, and I think this might have come with the Blue Eddy. And it would take these and make it an Anderson connector. So I could just plug this, I think, into the Anderson connection on there and do it. But, just real quick, I want to see if I could daisy chain this solar panel, the Blue Eddy, put it up on the roof, and see if I could plug that into here, and if it'll increase the input, which will get 133, 134 watts. The sun's moving, there are some power lines that the sun's going through, and it just moved past them, and I can tell because, well, now it's back down to 127, but even power lines, anything, a cloud, you will see the input slows down. So let me throw this up on the roof and hook this sucker up. Let's move you guys back again so you can see what that's all about. Now, I have used this panel successfully many times on quite a few trips, at the beach, at the Jersey Shore, all that good stuff. I should have cleaned them. They're not clean. Let's see. I'll let you guys, I'll bring you in tight so you can see if there's a change while I'm looking at it. All right, shifted down to 0, 37, 57, 58. All right, for some reason, we're pulling in a lot less power with the two solar panels daisy chained together. A lot less. It's a good practical experiment for you. We're at 64, you should be able to see that on the screen. I'm going to unplug this. And as soon as I do that, it jumps back up. And right now we're at 153 watts. So that's fascinating. Wow, I really am kind of shocked by that. I was totally 100% mistaken. I thought I could daisy chain these two solar panels together and I'd get even more input. That is not the case at all. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But we're up 2 percentage points already during this experiment, which has only been a few minutes. And that's pretty good. And I don't see a way for me to charge this through the solar panel with the connectors that I have. So that's fine. I will go ahead and charge this at home when I get back later. I'm going to take this Blue Eddy panel down, put it away. While I have it out, I'm going to hit it with a damp paper towel before I put it away completely. And then I'm going to leave that all hooked up. So that's what's happening. But now you know, the daisy chain of the solar panels did not work. It actually worked less efficiently. I don't know why that would be, but most of you watching this, if you're curious, know way more than I do, and you can tell me down there in the comments. I'm going to get to my woodworking now. I got to get these this table base made. You may have just seen me sign off. I might have edited that out. I've just decided to do another practical test. I want to use the Blue Eddy solar panel, if there's a way for me to plug that in to the ICECO, and I want to see what the difference is, because this is just a 120 watt panel, so I want to see how much energy it'll put in. And then I'm going to try plugging both of them into the Blue Eddy unit to see how much each one of those will give that, and then you guys will know that. That's how it works. All right. Is that Kinks song, Monkey Man? Ape Man? Come on. Let's see. We can make this work, and I'll show you as I do it, so you know I'm being honest. I can't help myself. I'm overly honest. All right. Let's see here. So we got this. And we got this here. Right. So let's see what happens. We've got this hooked up to this. It's an Anderson connector, which I need for the ICECO. So I'm going to hook these up here. All right. Now I'm going to unplug the connector right now that's hooked up to the Bodega 200 watt solar panel. Zero input. Okay. It is pulling in energy. We're at 50 watts. 62. All right. Now, to be honest with you, I did not check this when I was out in the desert using it. I mean, I looked at it all day, every day, but I wasn't paying attention to, I didn't make any notes anyhow of what the wattage of that panel was, but you can see it's woefully underpowered in the same exact conditions right now at a 120 watt panel compared to the 200 watt panel, which you would expect. I didn't expect it to be that far off. That's crazy. So while I still have this set up, let me get the Blue Eddy out. Put you guys back here a little bit so I can get my fat ass in here. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm at 80% here. The input for this is on the back side, as we discovered in the last video. And we know that, all right, so we're gonna unplug this Anderson cable here. And we're just gonna go ahead and unplug this here. And we're gonna plug this into the back of this. And we will see what this tells us. Okay, input. Here, fan automatically came on to cool this thing down, which is a little odd. We're getting 67 watts. So it's the same input on this unit that it was given to that unit, which is interesting. I'm cool with that. Now let's see, is there a way? Yeah. Yep. We can unplug this. And we could plug in the 200 watt panel right here. And this is a really good test. Wow, she's jumping. She went from 50 to 122 watts. Okay, so currently the 200 watt Bodega solar panel is pulling in 122 watts with the Blue Eddy. And the sun is just about directly overhead. Show that to you in case you don't believe me. You might not be able to read that. Let me hold this up to the camera for you. I can feel the heat, or excuse me, the air coming out on the side here. Is that readable? I'm trying to look through the screen, but it's just too bright out here. I hope that's readable, legible. I don't know. Anyhow, it does say 122 watts coming in. So, all right, now I know. I'm going to go ahead and leave both panels up. I'm going to plug the Blue Eddy cable back into the Blue Eddy unit. I'm going to charge both of these while I'm working here today, and then get back to work. Right? There's a lot of screwing off here. But I just wanted to do this because I wanted to do it earlier in the week. It was just overcast every single day. Today was the first morning I woke up, and not that it's morning right now. It's not morning. It's quarter to 12. I did some things this morning, and then went ahead and ate lunch, and now I'm here. So. Double check all this again. Tell you what's happening. So right now the Blue Eddy solar panel plugged into the Blue Eddy unit is pulling in 67 watts. And the ICECO unit is pulling in, it's changing. Right now it's 160 watts, 161 watts. From the 200 watt Bodega solar panel. Bodega, ICECO, Blue Eddy, Wagon. Yeah, it's a lot of products here. And just so you guys know, I bought the Blue Eddy. It came with the solar panels. I don't remember what I paid. I think it was on sale on Amazon for $5.99 or something, and that was 4 years ago or more. Maybe 5 years ago, I don't remember, but it's been great, and I don't use it for a lot. At that time, I didn't even have a fridge, but I was running my computer off of it, charging the computer, charging the phone, that sort of thing. And now that I have a fridge and I want to run more things, I really wanted something that was at least 1,000 watt hours, which this is. This is the ICECO, and ICECO did send me that. They sent me that and a fridge. It was a fridge freezer, dual zone. I really liked it. It was just smaller than what I needed. It just wasn't practical for my personal needs. So, interestingly, Bodega reached out to me. They had seen those videos. And so they said, hey, we got a fridge for you and a solar panel. So it took them a while to get me the 200 watt solar panel, but they did send it. And I have not even tried that, and I could try it right now and plug it in and see if it works, but I'm not going to do that because I could turn it on and see if it gets cold. That's fine. I'm going to do that. There'll be a video on it, but I really do have to get to work. I don't want to spend too much time here today. I got to write later today, and I got to block the time out to write some stuff that I've been needing to do for a while, so I got to get on that. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit to see if this changes at all. So we're at 65 watts coming in on the 120 watt panel, and we're at 160 watts coming in, 161 on the 200 watt panel. So that's where we're at. Now you know. Now you know everything. Okay, I'm still not done yet. I decided to go ahead and plug the Wagon in and charge it while I'm charging the power station. So you can see I've got an output of 6 watts as I'm taking in 161 watts charging the Wagon. So that's that power through thing that when I did the initial review on the PB1000, I didn't know what I was talking about, but that's what it meant. So yeah, you can charge things while you're charging the unit, which is pretty cool. It's about 30 minutes later. I just want to point out we're taking in 91 watts, 92 watts now from the Blue Eddy 120 watt solar panel. Earlier I think it was like at 67. And we're pretty consistent over here. We're 164 watts coming in, still output at 6 watts, and the Wagon is charging. Okay, it's only been a half hour. We're at 85% though. We start at what, 75, 70, 72, something like that. And on this one we were at 80, and so it was probably a low 80. You can see here it's dropping down to 60. So that's probably more accurate. Anyhow, we're gonna keep it going. I signed off on this twice, telling you guys to have a good time, but I'm gonna keep working and keep checking back, and then I'll sign off. So if you saw me sign off earlier, in case I didn't edit that clip already, we're still here. What else is new? You're looking at me in the dark probably. So yeah, I'm working on this table right now. All right, it's been about 2 hours. We're at 99%. Currently taking in 157 watts. The sun has moved, and so I could angle those a little bit towards the sun and probably get a little bit more, but I don't think it's that important. And on this one here, we're back up to the 80%. We're pulling in 87 watts, which is pretty good, I think. And this Wagon is still charging. I don't know, I guess you leave that in there till all those blue are solid. I used it a bunch, like I said, and it's been sitting in the back of the truck for a while. So probably getting hot too, because that's stored in the door panel on the back there. I've got this, you guys remember this. It's in here. It's decently insulated, you know, with wood, and there's airspace and everything, but you know, it probably sits in the heat, and that's probably not good for it either. All right, so it took about 2.5 hours or so for both those chargers to be charged. I'm not exactly sure about the Wagon thing, but it did get charged. I ended up doing a video call with 2 girls that I went to high school with that are now living together in Florida. It was wild. Got a little crazy. So I didn't get a lot of work done, but I just wanted to end this video here as far as there's 2 videos coming out today, but this is the one for the power stations and the solar panels, the Blue Eddy solar panel and the Bodega. So they both performed exactly as described. I'm very pleased. You saw it. Tell me what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be kind to one another.